Check, check. Boom, 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 boom on the east side. That's where I met my Ramona. I want to go to a party. That's what she said. Lonely. That's what I've been. Here's my telephone number. Call me. Boom, 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 boom. Into a party. A house party. Who let the people just rally round me in love. She sent a message of love. She said, I love up the way you move. I love the way you rock. Bop, bop. Ramona, please step back. Now she's my Ruka. I'm barely waiting for my Hina. Boom, 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 boom. She moved from Long Beach down to LA. Right now she's selling oranges by the freeway. I want to know, Ramona, am I the only one? Tell me. She said, you're not the only one, but you're the best, Blizzy. Bop, bop. And now I'm waiting for my Ruka. Yo, 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 what it do? Salute to y'all guys and welcome back, man. I was already done for the night, and then I ran across a video that was very compelling. So compelling that I said, you know what, man? This video sums up my present state better than I ever could. So I just had to come back on stream for a few minutes and just watch it with y'all guys. I haven't watched the whole thing, but so far it seems accurate.
Is another qualification and start.
Check it out.
I started taking help for Crohn's and colitis and noticed a difference in by the second.
This wasn't supposed to reach you. Out of billions of signals, distractions, and noise, this found you, not by accident, not by algorithm. Something in you aligned with it. Something in you pulled this exact moment into your reality. And if you feel even a slight tension in your chest right now, a quiet curiosity you can't explain, stay with me, because what you're about to hear isn't just information, it's a mirror.
No. He said it isn't just information, it's a mirror. This is the reason why you'll see so many different topics covered on my channel, is because all these systems are mirrors of each other. Whether that be a product of the way they're made, or whether it be because, like, I don't know, that's the chicken and the egg. Like, is it because, or is it the cause? What do you call it? But it's the case. Regardless, it's the case, and you can find guidance, or at least you can take a step out of your perspective and get a little mirror window in some of these videos, man. Especially these ones that are like very obviously basically put together AI videos that are just like giving you feedback.
Before we go deeper, do this quickly, subscribe, because moments like this don't come twice the same way. Represents the version of you that's ready. And in the comment, one word, just one. That represents the version of you that's ready to emerge. No overthinking, let it come instantly. That word matters more than you think, because right now you're not just watching, you're participating. And that changes everything. You've always felt it, haven't you? That quiet difference, that sense that you're seeing something other people aren't. Not in a dramatic fantasy way, but in subtle, undeniable moments. You walk into a room and instantly feel the energy shift. You meet someone and within seconds you already know what they're not saying. You try to explain it, but the words never quite land.
And it's like, just so, like, 'cause I ask myself oftentimes of like, why don't, like, all right, I'll let him cover. We'll get there. My bad.
So you stopped explaining, you started observing, and over time you began to question yourself, wondering if maybe you were overthinking, maybe too sensitive, maybe just imagining patterns that weren't really there. But what if that's not the truth at all? What if the very thing you've been trying to suppress is the exact thing you were meant to master? Because here's what most people will never understand. Awareness at your level doesn't feel like power at first. It feels like overload.
Dude, like, I can't even explain to y'all, like, how true that is. Let me see, how many days ago was it? It might have been like exactly a week ago, maybe a few more. But I was just completely overloaded, so overloaded that I couldn't even, like, barely get out of bed. Didn't even, like, I just couldn't fucking deal with nothing. I've never been like that in my whole life, dude. And I was just like, dude, like, everything's just kind of fucking pointless and fucked off. And I mean, in the world, man, like, when I talk about this shit, I'm talking about philosophically. Like, you have to use your philosophical mind to understand what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, like, ordinary shit. I'm talking kind of metaphysical shit.
It feels like intensity without direction, like having access to signals but no manual to interpret them. That's why your journey hasn't looked smooth. It hasn't looked linear. It hasn't even made sense at times. You've gone through phases where everything collapsed, where people disappeared, where your identity itself felt like it was dissolving. And each time you tried to rebuild, but the version of you that came back was never the same. That's not failure, that's calibration. There's a reason your life didn't follow the predictable path. A reason stability felt temporary. A reason comfort never fully satisfied you. Because your system, your internal wiring, was never designed for repetition. It was designed for expansion. And expansion doesn't feel peaceful in the beginning. It feels like pressure. Think about it. Every moment that forced you to grow didn't ask for your permission. It disrupted you. It challenged your identity. It pushed you into spaces where you had no control. And yet, somehow, you adapted. Not perfectly, not instantly, but consistently. That consistency is the clue, because people who aren't meant to evolve resist change until it breaks them.
And you know what's funny about that is that's one of the things that I've been criticized for. Oh, Blind, you're just like a chameleon. You just fit in with whoever you're try to fit in with whoever you're like. And all, like, it's crazy because all these things that people have criticized about me that I have looked at as something that was negative, like, I'm realizing, man, like, your perspective changes a lot when you understand how powerful your thinking, especially of yourself, is.
But you bend, you question, you reconstruct. You don't stay the same even when part of you wants to. That's why you've outgrown environments that once felt like home. That's why conversations that used to excite you now feel surface level. That's why you sometimes feel alone in rooms full of people. It's not because you don't belong anywhere. It's because you're no longer meant to belong everywhere. And that realization can feel isolating if you don't understand it. Because the human instinct is to fit in, to be understood, to feel validated by others. But your path isn't built on external validation. It's built on internal alignment.
That's where, like, that, I never knew that. Like, now I'm not only have I learned that, but I'm learning I'm in the process of learning how to optimize that alignment. Like, it's just, it's crazy.
And alignment is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't ask for approval. It simply feels right.
And if y'all remember, I was just saying that on the stream, like it just kind of like became like kind of just phased into feeling that way. But it feels like there's a world of possibilities awaiting me. That's just like, and it's just crazy, man. And I have felt the excitement in me building for that, but like I'm really starting to see it like be the case now. Like it's like all this whole world is right there.
Even when it doesn't make sense. That's why you've made decisions that others couldn't understand. Choices that looked irrational from the outside but felt necessary on the inside. You didn't always have proof, you didn't always have clarity, but you had a knowing. And that knowing kept pulling you forward. That knowing is your real intelligence, not the kind measured by tests or logic, but the kind that reads between the lines of reality itself, the kind that senses timing, the kind that recognizes patterns before they fully form, the kind that feels truth without needing validation. Most people disconnect from that part of themselves early. They're taught to rely only on what's visible, measurable, explainable, and slowly their sensitivity becomes dull, their awareness narrows, their world becomes predictable. But you didn't fully disconnect, even if you tried, even if you doubted it, even if you ignored it at times.
Dude, and that, man, it's crazy because I always thought everybody was like the way I perceive the world. I always thought that was just the ordinary way of perceiving the world. What do you call it? Especially like when it comes to like reading people's like leave my camera off. When it comes to like reading people's energy, man, like I always thought that it was obvious. Like I always thought like we're all human beings. We all have that ability. Like when somebody is like mad at you and they're saying that everything is cool, like I'm just learning that everybody doesn't have this thing in their head that's like, no, they're clearly mad at you, bro, and you are ignoring it. Like I always thought it was obvious to everybody, like, but I'm learning that that's not the case. And I've tried to ignore that shit so many times.
It kept showing up in your instincts, in your reactions, in those moments where something told you to pause, to leave, to trust, even when it didn't make sense. And every time you listened, something shifted. That's not cool.
Dude, in the hood, I used to call myself the gingerbread man because before anything, like so many times, so many fucking more times than you would be uh able to believe, of that inner thing inside of me has said, bro, get the fuck out of there. I don't ask no questions. I don't try and look around and find out why. I just dip, and then boom, something will happen.
Coincidence, that's coherence, because reality isn't just something you exist inside of, it's something you interact with constantly, not just through your actions, but through your state, through your focus, through your interpretation of what's happening. And this is where things begin to change, because once you realize that your perception isn't passive, it's active, you stop seeing yourself as some
not just active, but interactive. Right? Like it's interactive.
One reacting to life, you start seeing yourself as someone shaping it, not in a fantasy control everything way, but in a precise, grounded way, where you understand that your internal state influences what you notice, what you amplify.
What's so interesting about that is like I don't know how to like put this in a proper visualization, but have you ever seen like a movie where like you have the frame, which like let's just like give an easy example of like a news desk. A news desk being uh recorded from head on, like the frame is head on. And you can watch the news and see what they say about the news and stuff, and you have like one perspective, but then like you can pan out from that camera and like go behind the desk, and there could be like a whole new world from this perspective, or like go to the opposite side where the girl is at instead of the guy, and there's a whole different perspective. Like until you're aware of those different perspectives, but then like it's crazy because like when you surrender to your alignment, you realize like there's infinite ones of those, and you can literally kind of like step into them as you choose with every decision that you make about life. It's crazy.
And what you move toward.
The real reason podcasters, publishers, and event organizers say no to speakers, even one.
For example, when you're in a state of doubt, your attention automatically filters for confirmation of limitation. You notice what's missing, what's uncertain, what could go wrong, and that shapes your decision.
Confirmation of limitation is a very interesting turn of phrase or turn of word or whatever. I never heard of that, but that's true. That's so fucking true. Cause it's like, okay, man, I'm not like, let's just like, entertain an analogy or whatever. Like, let's say, I mean, that's not even an analogy. It's like what I go through. It's like all these people telling me why I'm a piece of shit and why I never deserve, or like why I could never like be, yeah, like deserving of like success or like this or that or other, to help somebody or to change or blah blah. And it's like you finally build up the confidence to do it, to put in the work to change something in your life, and you start looking for like I said, confirmation of limitation. It's like, okay, I can be a local actor, but I can't be like a movie star. Like, but then if your limitations aren't confirmed, in all reality, you can do any fucking thing that you want.
But when you shift into a state of clarity, even briefly, you begin to notice different signals, opportunities that were already there, patterns that support movement instead of hesitation, people who resonate instead of drain. Nothing external changed in that moment, but your perception did.
See, and that's the thing is that, like, bro, people like Mel was born of my perception in my mind, bro. Now, you can feel however you want about that. You can say I'm stupid or whatever else, bro. But I found Mel on a panel where she was just a weird, perverted old lady. And through our interactions and others, her interaction, well, many others also, like, and concentrated attention and shit like that. But dude, like that's like a time. Mel didn't even have any like real success, even, bro. Like I look at that as a complete failure because her motives were never pure, or her motives were never aligned with mine. So like to me, that was a waste of fucking time and a failure. But the format, it becomes clear of how to gain hold or grab hold of attention like that.
And that changed your experience. This is one of the core principles most people overlook. Reality is filtered before it's experienced. You don't see everything, you see what you're tuned to. And your frequency isn't some abstract concept. It's the combination of your attention, your emotional state, and your beliefs interacting in real time. That's why two people can be in the exact same situation and walk away with completely different experience.
Not just walk away with completely different experiences, walk away with completely different interactions. Like a person that's aware that, like, let's just put it like on a very, and like again, man, like I think a lot of confusion comes from is that people think that when I'm on here, I'm like discussing things that have to do with my physical life. And no, like these are concepts that have to do with our spirit and our consciousness more than like your physical body. So what did he just say though?
One sees same situation and walk away with completely different experience.
So like putting it in like a strictly physical analogy, bro, like a person that is aware of the banks existing and they've gone through like loans and shit and credit and shit like that, and a person who doesn't, the tools that they have at their access are like so vastly different. What they build in their life is bound to be vastly different. You know what I mean? And there's so many things that our vibration just isn't high enough, or isn't, I'm not going to say high, it's just not tuned into a correct frequency. And I wonder if there is a way to get to a frequency that is neutral enough to intercept multiple or many different energies or many different frequencies. But if your frequency is not in tune, man, you're just not going to catch the signal. That's just like the bottom line.
One sees limitation, the other sees possibility. One feels stuck, the other feels challenged. One retreats, the other adapts.
This is the reason why I know that like Square came in here and I was saying all that stuff that I was saying to Square. And I know that like you could be like, Blind, shut your dumb ass up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like you're over here trying to give Square advice when you don't know blah blah blah. But like the thing is, dog, is that I see Square's situation so much different than what he sees it. Because what he don't realize is all this energy that is being given to him. Like people can pretend like they hate you, bro, but like if they're talking about you and stuff, they're giving you their energy, which is like a real fucking thing. And like all these people that are giving Square, and that's all ugliness that has eventually, I mean, not even has at some point started in Square. So like that, he's not gonna realize that. Maybe he will. Who knows? He might realize that quickly. But that's all shit that was birthed inside of his experience in life and his focus and attention. But like it went on to breed more and more and more and more and more. And all this energy exists out there, bro, that Square could literally just stick his hand out and fucking grab that and transmute it into anything that he wanted. Like Square could force them to participate in his good, or not even good, just in his chosen whatever experience. But instead allowing them to provoke provoke you. Instead, it just keeps you locked into this loop where you're like, bad behavior, bad behavior, bad behavior, bad behavior, or just regrettable, misaligned behavior, regrettable, misaligned behavior, and it's just like a reoccurring thing.
Environment, different interpretation, different outcome. So when you hear the phrase, your presence shifts reality, it's not about magical thinking. It's about influence at the level of perception and interaction.
And that's what every single moment of being a human is. Like you're perceiving constantly and then like you interact.
When you enter a space with clarity, you communicate differently, you listen differently, you respond differently. And people feel that, even if they can't explain it, they adjust. Conversations shift, energy changes, not because you forced anything, but because your state introduced a different pattern into the environment. That's why some people feel drawn to you without knowing why, and others feel uncomfortable around you without explanation. You're not just reacting to energy, you're introducing it.
Now that explains so much, dude. Like and like I said, man, I'm barely like the thing is that I'm not just fast, like I'm an incredibly fast learner. So like I'm going to adopt behaviors that I need to faster than you might imagine. But like I'm just barely learning a lot of this information too. But the thing is that I've had the it's basically kind of like I've had the information for a long time, but I just barely found a way to decode it. So like that's the reason why I am able to take it in quickly because like a lot of this stuff I've been having like small realization after like to understand it, and I'm finally just getting to where like I fully am embodying and understanding it, and embodying and understanding its youth and its purpose, or like not maybe not purpose, but its uses.
But here's where most people go wrong. They think this means they have to be positive all the time, that they have to suppress anything that feels heavy or.
Now you see, that's where I have been mistaken. Like this right here is a very important example of a part of this information I didn't know, is what he says right here. And I'd watched this before, so or almost to where I got to. But that has been something that I've been guilty of. I've been saying like it's about being happy, it's about being positive, when that's not even like the important part. It's alignment. Cause like when I say happy or positive, I just mean to like my measure. Like, but it don't come off that way. So like it's about being in alignment. It's not in alignment with myself. So like to my own satisfaction. So I need to start phrasing that differently and start saying like in alignment or something like that.
Uncertain. That's not alignment. That's avoidance. True alignment doesn't come from forcing a state. It comes from understanding it. When you feel overwhelmed, instead of resisting it, observe it.
That, and you see that's kind of been what has instinctively come to do. That's why yesterday or more and more y'all are just going to be seeing that that's the way that I like to handle things anyway. I like to experience it. Like if something's going on, man, I'm not gonna freak out and melt down. I just want to experience it. If I'm feeling sad, if I'm feeling mad, if I'm feeling whatever, I just experience it in presence of mind. And I think that's what they're talking about.
What triggered it? What pattern is repeating? What belief is being activated? Because every emotional response carries information, not as a judgment, but as feedback. And when you start treating your internal state as feedback instead of identity, everything shifts. You stop saying, this is who I am, and you start asking, what is this showing me?
Okay, internal state as feedback instead of identity. So like every one of my responses is just a response to what my environment is prompting within me. And who's the one that put them prompts up? I did. So and how did we get to this level? Well, through a series of prompts, through a series of loops of prompts and loops of prompts. And it's like it's becoming clear to me, dude, and it's like so fucking cool.
That question alone creates space. And in that space, you gain choice. Choice is where your real power begins, not in controlling everything, but in choosing how you interpret, how you respond, and where you direct your focus next. And over time, those choices compound. They reshape your habits, your patterns, your environment.
That's exactly like I was just saying, like the little loops, those little choices, like it's all just like built one on top of the other on top of the other, man. And like mine have all been fucked up, but now I'm like seeing the writing on the wall.
To your relationships, until one day you look around and realize your reality doesn't feel random anymore. It feels responsive. It feels like it's moving with you instead of against you. And that's when things accelerate, because once you trust your internal signals, once you stop overriding them with external noise.
Well, it's always moving with you. Just sometimes you are moving against yourself. And to be honest, right?
Your decisions become cleaner, faster, more precise. You waste less energy on paths that aren't aligned. You recognize misalignment earlier. You correct course quicker. And suddenly, what used to take years starts shifting in months. Not because time changed, but because resistance decreased. This is what people mean when they say things start happening faster. It's not luck, it's coherence. But coherence requires honesty. You can't build alignment on illusions. You can't move forward while pretending something doesn't matter when it clearly does. And you've felt that tension before, that inner conflict between what you know and what you tolerate. Every time you ignore that gap, you feel it, not immediately, but eventually. As frustration, as confusion, as a sense of being stuck without understanding why. But when you close that gap, even in small ways, you feel it too. As relief, as clarity, as momentum. That's the difference between living reactively and living intentionally. And you're not at the beginning of that shift, you're already in it. That's why this reached you. Because something in you is no longer satisfied with surface level understanding. You don't just want motivation, you want truth. You don't just want inspiration, you want integration. You want to understand how this works so you can apply it, so you can move with it, so you can stop feeling like you're constantly starting over. And that's exactly where this path leads, not to perfection, but to precision, not to control.
Man, anybody who has been like that, that is alignment, guys. Like this that you're hearing does not come from me. Like I did not create this, but as you well know, anybody that has been watching my content for any amount of time knows this 100% is applies to me, or or it's at least it's the same thing that you could apply what I talk about to. Like you could say that this is the same type of thing that I talk about.
But to clarity. And the more you lean into that, the less you need external validation to confirm it, because you'll feel it directly in your decisions, in your timing, in the way your reality starts responding differently. And when that happens, you won't need anyone to tell you that something has changed. You'll know.
And that's where I feel. I mean, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's in the future. I honestly feel like that's exactly where I'm at because, and there aren't any results of anything to show me that I'm properly seeing what I'm seeing. Like you could very well say, "Well, yeah, you're a schizophrenic crackhead," and blah blah, and that's all well and good. But like my intuition and like my inside voice tells me that I'm not tripping.
Because for the first time, it won't feel like you're trying to become someone else. It will feel like you're finally operating as who you've always been.
Hell yeah.
Something changes the moment you stop chasing confirmation and start recognizing patterns. Not the obvious ones everyone talks about, the subtle ones, the ones that only reveal themselves when you're paying attention without forcing meaning onto everything. Because up until now, a part of you has still been looking for proof outside of yourself.
That's so true, man. That is so true.
Signs that validate your direction, signals that tell you you're on the right path. But what if the need for constant confirmation is the very thing slowing your alignment down?
That you see what, and that's what's it's all just like so fucking interesting to me, dude. Like it's so fucking interesting because I I don't know what happened yesterday, but yesterday for some reason, man, like it really occurred to me of like everything that this dude is talking about, everything I've been talking about, like my eyes opened to like the fact that I didn't have to do things that bad the way that was bad for me no more, or like didn't have to even look at it that way. And then like all this stuff that I've been talking about. And then what's crazy, because like the second, literally like the second, or not the second, but like the day that I realize all this, then the confirmation comes. Like even when it's just something small like this little video, but it is reinforcing my knowledge that you cannot do it with external validation. Like the journey takes you removing external validation. And it's ironic because when you do that and you are able to achieve what you're trying to achieve or accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, you will get the external validation, but it might come after your time, or it might come late. So it's like, and this is just like a fucking, it's just crazy because like you get the confirmation and validation, but you don't get it until after you stop asking for it or looking for it and realize that it's not, you don't need it. When you realize you don't need it, then you can see it.
Think about how many times you've hesitated, not because you didn't know what to do, but because you wanted reassurance.
A fucking million, bro. Like real talk, man. Like I swear to God, I hate that I say that, but I mean, like that's just like my way of like being dramatic of how much I mean something. Like I do not see a difference between myself and the very highest achievers in any given situation. Hey, Snowfire, what's up? Salute and welcome in. Shoot, I hope you're doing good. The beautiful Snowfire, guys. If you not if you have not heard her beautiful voice, if you have not seen her beautiful smile, I don't know what you're doing with your life, my guy. But welcome in, Snowfire. But yeah, alignment, man. It's all about alignment, bro. A lot of people don't realize that that's what their spiritual journey is in search of. Like I would say, like most people's spiritual journey. Don't stop fight. No, my fight's not for sobriety shit. I got sobriety. What do you call it? I'm just searching for uh more of everything. Shit, I've been sober a long ass time.
First, you wanted something external to match what you were already feeling internally. And when it didn't come fast enough, doubt crept in.
That's the way it goes, man. Cause like you know what to do, bro. Like your instincts tell you what to do, man. And if you followed them, bro, like you would actually be a lot better off. But then like your instincts come in and you're like, okay, maybe I should do this. And then like it takes time sometimes and you don't get the validation or you don't get the confirmation and you look to your friend and your friend does it a different way. Your friend thinks you're fucking stupid for doing that. Your friend can't even conceive of why you would think such a thing. And you're like, maybe they're right. See, bro, this is how my whole fucking journey on YouTube got sabotaged because I operated in this mode when I came here. Then once I let somebody get close to me, I start like, dude, I fully fucking embody, like when I love somebody, dude, like I fully embody their struggle or like try to like hold that in my heart. So, and it dude, it fucked my identity up or my self identity, my personality up so badly, bro. Like I've been untangling that shit for the past 2 years.
Not because your intuition disappeared, but because your trust in it wasn't fully stable yet. That's the transition you're in right now. Moving from external validation to internal calibration. And that shift isn't comfortable. Because when you stop relying on outside signals, you're left alone with your own perception, your own judgment, your own interpretation of reality. And that can feel risky. What if you're wrong? What if you misread something? What if you move in a direction that doesn't work out? But here's what you're beginning to understand. Waiting for certainty doesn't create better outcomes.
Damn, how true is that, bro? That's the thing, dude. And like, look, let me see. I know I have to go play with the dog, but if you're still alive in 20 minutes, damn. Okay. No, you're good, Snowfire shit. Look, but let me take just, and this is Not anything against Snowfire at all. This has nothing to do with her as a human being or as a person because I think she's awesome. But I want y'all to just like, I'm just gonna like, it's always easier for me to deal with something if I like think about it in that moment. So like, Snowfire made the comment, don't stop fighting for your sobriety and your well-being. It's a very interesting comment. Like, it's just interesting to me because like I talk and 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 talk, and I'm trying to explain to y'all that this is explain to this is for, and my message is up for all the poor people, for all the dissatisfied people, for all the people that are in search of something and they just can't fucking figure out how to get there, for all the people that are looking for spiritual uh guidance and stuff. Like, that's who my message is for, man. Like, that's what I am talking about. Like, I cannot conceive of why so many people hear what I'm saying and think I'm making a commentary on my fight of sobriety or the fact that I am not well. Like, it's just so beyond me. And like I said, I'm not. I promise you. I promise you. I am not saying anything because I think the world is Snowfire. I think she's cool as shit. I don't know her like extremely personally or anything like that, but like, it just makes me think like, man, y'all don't hear me. Y'all just hear what y'all expect to hear. Like, y'all just hear what or maybe you're like, well, fuck, you may not say it blind, but it appears that you're struggling with but it's like, I'm not, bro. I'm not. Like, I don't know how to like make that any clearer. Like, I'm not. I'm perfectly well, of good, decent enough health. I mean, as good as any American. I've been off drugs for the longest fucking time. I get high every now and then, yeah, but I mean, but not and I'm even going to like readjust my medications to like make them optimal and shit like that. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like the only answer to the questions that I have is that either that is a misperception or it's designed to undermine me and make me second guess what I'm saying. And I would never put that on Snowfire. I don't think Snowfire would ever try to undermine me like that. But it's like that comment did register that thought in my head. Like, I was thinking, damn, is that what it seems like I'm doing? Is fighting for my sobriety? Like, I'm fighting for like the intellectual like ground for like everybody, the mankind. Like, we forfeited our fucking intellect over to computers, and like a few of us are still fighting the battle of like having a stance in that whole like area, but for the most part everybody just like succumbed to it. So like, if you think I'm fighting for something, like, I'm fighting for our intellectual fortitude and shit. I'm not fighting for my sobriety or my well-being. Although I like I said, man, I love Snowfire and I'm grateful for any well wishes she sends me. But I promise you guys, I'm well. I'm probably better than you are, to be honest. Like, I'm good, yo. But uh anyways, let's continue the video.
Just delays movement, and delayed movement creates stagnation, and stagnation creates more doubt. So the cycle continues until you interrupt it.
You see, like, and I always say, even due diligence, man. Shout out to the homie. Like, we both have agreed, and I have repeatedly said since I heard it, everything is everything, yo. Everything is everything. Like, all your systems are comparable to like all of the outside systems at work, and you can understand them though. like their systems, like you can understand them, and until you like break them, because it's like one of the systems I've been caught in for the longest time. Being self-conscious about the idea of addiction / poverty. Simple concept. Being like I'm just laying it down. The concept. Being self-conscious of of issues with addiction / poverty. Now, you can start like building these cycles to build confidence, because you need confidence before you can like start to achieve. So like, because without confidence you're gonna fail no matter what. So it's like you start to build confidence, and then all these, like, for me, like an example is like this energy or entity or whatever comes in and reminds you like that's what you're dealing with, and then it puts you back in a state of not being confident. Oh shit, who's here? You unplugged? Hold on. You unplugged to like you're so stupid, Rockefeller. You're a goof butt. Oh, I bet you were jacking it. I bet you were jacking that little fucking hot dog like crazy while Gatsby was on. Bro, Gatsby's my homie, bro. I love Gatsby forever, bro. But he's suspended. No, he's suspended from my no, suspended from my panel. You unplugged the mic? Which mic? Bitch, I literally just refreshed my page, and by the time I came back, or yeah, I did unplug my mic by accident because Resta told me something, and then I refreshed my page, and by the time I came back, he fucking ran off. He couldn't even hold it, bro. You see, the weight of holding the pressure from holding down my panel, bro, scared him so bad. He literally ran the second I just refreshed my page. Hold on. Yo, I can't believe that shit during your debate. Bro, I cooked them, bro. I cooked them so savagely, bro. I think that he might be on life support, as a matter of fact. Nah, if anything, maybe subconsciously, bro. Like if he would have been cooking me, I could see that. But I don't duck no fades, bro. That's one of my songs. I don't duck no fades. I invest in the real. Don't fake no smile. I express how I feel. What do you call it? I don't duck no fades, bro. But Gatsby's suspended from my fucking panel, bro, because he's over there jerking off Toxic Angel like a bitch. Oh, finally, somebody so smart and has a giant dick. Suspended, bitch. Suspended. Fuck you talking about? Oh, finally, somebody with a giant dick knows how to do the AI shit. Suspended, bitch. You are expelled from school at the Blizzies 1 week. Bro, getting on there and virtual signaling don't mean shit, bro. If you were my homie, you wouldn't even talk to somebody that's trying to fucking do so much bad to me, bro. There's no debate about it, bro. There's no debate about it. The thing is that no matter whether I did anything wrong, no matter whether I committed crimes, like if you're my homie, bro, you stand with me. And when a bitch is literally doing anything and everything they can, bro, to fucking destroy your life, bro, over this internet shit, dog. Not to like fucking ruin your day, not to get back at you, not to even like just steal your girl or steal your fucking best, whatever the fuck. Like to ruin your life, bro. To make it to where no person ever respects, listens to, pays, fucking does business with you. Like, bro, if you fuck with that, bro, I don't fuck with you. Like as a dude, bro, as a man, bro, every one of my friends would have told Toxic Angel to go fuck himself, dog. Well, go make your video, bitch. Go make your video. I'm making my video right now. Let's continue.
And the way you interrupt it isn't by forcing confidence, it's by building evidence, not from the outside, but from your own actions. Every time you follow through on something you felt internally, no matter how small, you create a data point.
Exactly. See, this is what I'm talking about of the validation being coming from ourselves, man. Unplugged. Bro, you unplug yourself, bro. Unplug that fucking monitor beeping beside you, bro. That bitch is keeping you alive. Just pull that fucking plug, bro, and we'll be cool. Nah, I like you, Rockefeller, bro. I like you, dog, because like you're the rambunctious energy that I need around. But you got to get smarter, bro. Like you got to read some books and shit or something, because you're a dumbass sometimes. But I never said he does, but I don't know him. Then, bitch, what do you mean? Like if what do you get when you say Gatsby don't owe you? Hold on, I can't see what it says. I imagine you're saying like doesn't owe you loyalty or something like that. Well, then I don't owe him fucking communication, bitch. What are you talking about? Oh, excuse me 1 second. Okay, what did you say? You're absolutely right. Who the fuck said he owes me shit, bitch? What do you like? Why do you keep saying that? You're exactly right. And let's see. Let's see if Gatsby's take is like yours, bro, because it'll say a lot if it is, dog. Because if it is, then we've seen the last of Gatsby in these streets over here at the blind spot, period. Because the bottom line is, bro, you're absolutely right. He don't owe me nothing. He should do that shit without me ever saying anything, period. Like every one of my friends is like that, bro. Like in real life, we move like that. I would not I don't switch up on my friends, bro, and they don't switch up on me. It's the whole point is that it's not owed. That it is a part of just being someone's stand-up friend, bro. And I'm tired of having fickle, fucked off, stupid ass fucking people around me. So I mean, bye, Gatsby. If he feels the way you feel, he don't owe me nothing. Who said he did? Okay, well, then you know what? I'll even take that L, Rockefeller, you cocksucker. I'll take that L, bro, even if it's by default. So what does that make it? Like 3-1? Me and Gatsby? Because I've already cooked Gatsby's ass on like 3 different debates. So I'll take that L by default. Fuck it. All right, let's just finish listening to this.
A reference, a moment where you can look back and say, I trusted myself and I moved. That's how trust is built, not through thinking, through doing. Because clarity doesn't come before action, it comes from action. That's one of the biggest misunderstandings people have. They think they need to fully understand something before they move toward it. But understanding is a result of interaction. You learn by engaging, not by waiting. And your life has already shown you this. Every major shift you've experienced didn't come from sitting still and analyzing every possible outcome.
Now, this is the reason why I had to fire back up my live stream and talk about this with y'all guys, is because this is kind of what I was feeling instinctively, is that if I discuss it with y'all, that's an action. Like if I just think about it in my head, then that's just like me thinking about it, and that doesn't ever accumulate to anything. But like me discussing all of this with y'all guys, like puts this into effect, is what's amazing.
It came from stepping.
Bro, I've cooked Gatsby so much, bro. He's like a fucking dried up piece of chicken into like fucking the chicken warmer at Whataburger. Gatsby's that piece of chicken. The pizza chicken that got cooked at like 7:45, bro. Like it got cooked. It got cooked when customers were still in the store, but just nobody seemed to have ordered a piece of chicken. And then like weirdly, nobody orders a piece of chicken for the rest of the night. And then that piece of chicken stays there, and then the night shift comes in, and dude's like, "Damn, I don't know how old that piece of chicken is, but it still looks new. I guess it still looks good enough." And then it stays and waits there overnight, all fucking night, bro. Like in the morning, how like dried out and cooked and fucked up that piece of chicken is. That's Gatsby after I got done with them. That's Gatsby after I got done with them, my guy.
Into something uncertain and adapting as you went. That's how you've grown. That's how you've expanded. That's how you've become who you are right now. So why would the next level require a completely different approach? It doesn't. It requires a deeper version of the same principle, but this time with awareness. Because before you were adapting out of necessity, now you're adapting by choice. And that changes the entire dynamic. When you choose to move, even without full clarity, you're no longer reacting to life. You're initiating interaction with it. You're creating feedback loops that refine your direction in real time.
Very interesting. And no, how could I be the pitcher and the catcher? Because I'm the pitcher and Gatsby's the catcher. So if I'm pitching, then how could I be the pitcher and the catcher? That's all I'm saying. But just shut up, Rockefeller, and listen to this stupid video. Fuck.
And this is where your frequency starts to stabilize, not as a concept, but as a consistent state. Because your state is no longer dependent on perfect conditions. It's anchored in your willingness to engage.
And that's like the coolest thing, is that like I found who I am, bro. Like I not just found who I am, bro, but like I found it and I like it and I just want to maximize it. And it's like I feel like fucking impervious to like outside harm. I mean, except for physically, like you could come and kick my ass if you got muscles. But like I'm talking about like spiritually, or like spiritually, or like mentally. There's a lot of, I can see like a lot of empowerment that can come from this. Bro, I didn't unplug it, bro. Or no, I did.
Respond, to adjust. And once that stabilizes, something interesting happens. You stop overreacting to temporary fluctuations. A delay doesn't feel like failure. A setback doesn't feel like a collapse.
Now, the first thing he said, hold on, let's see.
A moment of confusion feel like failure. Stop overreacting to temporary
fluctuation. That's like, bro, that's been like, that's where YouTube, or like that's just like where like everything gets you, bro. Oh, because like that's the thing, like when you try to ascend, bro, or you try to like elevate your vibration, all somebody has to do is provoke you, and you will do the work of lower. Like you can be like, let's just make a cartoon out of it, bro, and like think of this like a cartoon, like just like a little stick figure walking, and he's at like 30 V's. like I don't know what a vibration would be measured at, but let's just say 30 V's. And he's like living his life, walking there at 30 V's, and he's like, you know what, bro? Today, I really think I can accomplish 100 V's. I've been working on it. I've been doing my V workouts and like trying to get ready, and I think I can do it, man. And like fucking does his Kamehameha or like fucking uh like it's like whatever the fuck you do, and like powers up and shit, and he's like at 80 V's, dog, and he's like, all day I've been ascending, man. All day I've been ascending, bro. Like I might hit 100 V's this week. And then and the thing that gives you V's is your like whole mindset of that and the way you behave and what you do. And it's like then you run into somebody at the bar that's like, hey, remember that time that you cheated on your girlfriend? And you're like, fuck, bro, I don't want to deal with this bitch. Like, hey, remember that time that you fucking farted on live stream? Hey, remember that time that you, hey, remember that time and it's like, fuck, I can't take it. And then boom, you're back to 20 V's by tomorrow morning. You wake up and you're like, fuck, dude. My V's, it's gonna take me a long time until I get my V's back up to try again. Like that's been like what the fuck I go through all the time, and then like I'm finally like, bro, like these people don't matter. Like these people don't fuck. Like these people don't like their input means nothing to my V's. So like now I'm at like no, you're good, Rockefeller, you're good. I'm just telling you that so that like maybe you can just interact with what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're bad or you're an asshole or you're a piece of shit or anything. Like I said, I like you. I like you. I'm just like sometimes you're contributing to a system that that you stand against and you don't even realize it. Cause like you, Gatsby, White Ninja, bro, like y'all seem like supporters of like growth and insight and intellect and shit, like the good shit, bro. So like when you undermine me when I'm trying to accomplish expansion, then that's you standing in opposition to that. So like I'm glad that thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying what you're saying right now, because I'm glad that means you understand what I was trying to illustrate with my little cartoon there. But the thing is, man, is that like I'm able to make you see that right now, and you say my bad. But the thing is, you don't have to change your behavior right now, like because now I have gotten to the place to where I know where my V's are at, and that's just where I'm at. Like nothing from the outside can really affect that besides from traumatic events at this point, bro. Like there's not in like I finally have made amends with my past. I've done every fucking thing I could to make amends with the people that I respect. And I mean, some I have, and some won't talk to me. So it's like, well, fuck. My V's are good, bro. My V's are honestly like level 900. No, you're not out of pocket, bro. Don't be dramatic. You're good. But let's continue with what this dude is saying right here.
A delay doesn't feel like failure. A setback doesn't feel like a collapse. A moment of confusion doesn't feel like you've lost everything. It just feels like part of the process. Because now you understand the difference between a moment.
Have you heard that vaginal estrogen is
Oh
only for
man, I want to
dryness,
comment on
that
this
it's
already.
local
So
only and can't
this
help the rest of
commercial's
your
annoying.
body? That's a myth. The truth, the vaginal root is
Man,
one
I
of the
don't
most
know about
powerful
your vaginal
And a
root.
pattern. And that distinction is everything.
Now,
Most
what you
people
say?
at part of the process. Because now you understand the difference between a moment and a pattern. And that
You see, now that's it. Now that's his thing. You see, when you actually are able to get your energy up to 100 V's, and you realize that like other energies around you aren't even like of any matter to like intersect with yours, then even when you like that's what's so interesting about it, so amazing about it, is that now that I understand this, even if tomorrow I wanted to do an all day stream misaligned, like now my position in the world is aligned, and now I'm going to default back to alignment because I know where that alignment is at. So it's incredible to like be able to see in real time. And what's cool about it too is that the only way that I get to illustrate it to the world is through making content and like discussing it. So like y'all guys literally get to witness whether what I'm talking about is schizophrenic delusion, or whether what I'm talking about actually has any kind of value.
Distinction is everything. Most people treat every moment like it defines their entire trajectory. One bad experience, and suddenly they question everything. One unexpected outcome, and they assume they've made the wrong move. But you're starting to see beyond that. You're starting to recognize that patterns only form through repetition, and one moment, no matter how intense, doesn't define the whole. So instead of reacting immediately...
Let me see what you're saying. You wrote a whole paragraph. Well, let me go back up. I saw something on get your shit together. Well, stop fooling around and get your shit together, then maybe good things can come. Well, bro, that's exactly where I'm at. Dumb shit. Have you not heard the what I've been saying forever? It's so funny. Like it's so y'all some of y'all, I ain't gonna lie, bro, are adorable. Like I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all are adorable as fuck. But I was at a point. Nah, don't worry about it, bro. I swear, like I swear to God, that you don't have to literally don't have to worry about it. Maybe start doing more segment oriented type streams, bro. See, dog, that's that's the thing, is that if somebody wanted to like develop a format for me and work with me doing something like that, I would love to do that. But I just don't right now. Like right now I don't even like I just wouldn't be able to do that. Like I mean, it would be cool if I would like to. I would love to, but I can't seem to work that out for myself. But if somebody ever wanted to like give me any direction on it, I'd be willing to listen to it. But I mean, it's just hard to put into practice. Gatsby's a bitch, bro. Gatsby's a bitch, bro. I wanted to work with Gatsby. I offered, bro. Dude, do you know I used to be like a fucking desired commodity in this bitch, bro. Like people were dying to work with me. People were like, Blizzy, oh, I want to suck your dick, and then we could work together and make content. And I said no, bitch, to a lot of people. But Gatsby's one of the only people, Gatsby and Wrestler, what do you call it? Both two people that take me for granted. But I offered to work with Gatsby, and he goes and fucking plays with Toxic. Bro, how could you, bro, like, honestly, that just makes me think Gatsby's a bitch, bro. Because, like, any real cool dude, like, would recognize how much of a bitch Toxic is, bro, and not want to be around him. I don't know, bro. How could you have respect for any guy that gives that much of his time to fucking tearing down another guy, bro? It's fucking crazy to me, dog. What a pussy. Not Gatsby, but Toxic. I mean, yeah, Toxic. I know he would. I know he would, bro. And Gatsby's not just smart and shit. He's like bisexual and he's like tapped into like the world, bro. So I know he would. I know he would, dog. I know that's what I told Gatsby from the beginning, bro. That success would await in me and him working together, period, bro. But he's a bitch, bro. I know he would, though. I know he would. I know he would. And you can even tell because he's like a TikToker. Like, it's like a bro. It's cool. It's crazy because it's kind of like like when you look at YouTube and TikTok, it's almost like you play on a football team and like you're from different schools and shit. Hey, you know what, Rockefeller? I agree with you on that, bro. I actually agree with you on that. And I'll even say this is that like even though in some ways he is like the other people because he still puts stock in consensus. Like that's the only thing I'll take away and say that, and that's a very common thing, and that's actually like honestly like I don't even know if you're supposed to get away from that, but I know I have. But I mean, like I think that's just like a normal thing to respect consensus, and Gatsby does. He get that Gatsby still considers consensus a data point, and in my estimations, it's not. It's a fucking make believe bullshit ass concept. But Gatsby definitely is a different type of person, bro. Does he have a big ego? I never knew. I mean, like honestly, like I don't honestly don't know. He seems pretty humble to me. I mean, but he also has a crush on me and shit. So, god damn, that Kool-Aid is good. We all got flaws, shit. They don't become an issue until they become a pattern of behavior. If they become a pattern of behavior, then it's not. It's not so easy to just overlook. Yeah, Gatsby is all full of ego and shit. You're right about that. You're right. You're right. My bad. I was stupid when I asked that. But he is, and you know he is because he don't know how to he don't understand me, bro. He don't understand me. He thinks that what do you call it? He don't understand me, bro. So it's like Gatsby, like you gotta realize, bro. Like here's a message to Gatsby, because I like Gatsby, I like Gatsby. So I'm gonna put him a message in here, Gatsby. You gotta understand me, bro. That mean, and I say understand me because like with your inner voice, your intuition and shit like that, bro, it understands me. And that's the thing that pulls you to me and tells you instinctively that you know that we could do great things if we work together. But you gotta act like a little bitch with Toxic Angel, bro, and that makes my heart sad, bro. And I don't understand that. So what do you call it? I forgot what I was saying. Fuck. Oh yeah. You gotta understand me, bro, and you have to realize that I am like the most not like other people person you will ever meet in your whole life, maybe. Like I'm literally might as well be a motherfucking Martian or like goblin or some shit, bro. Cause like I do not operate in the same paradigms that these other fuckwits do. Like all these other people are worried about each other's fucking approval and all that. Like, bro, I'm on a mission to find God, bro. Like I'm on a mission to go to fucking outer space or some shit, bro. Like I'm trying to get like I'm trying like I look at life as like a fucking intellectual competition for a draft, bro. I'm trying to get drafted, dog. I'm trying to unwork or find some way to work the most unperceived, uncommon, completely brand new concepts you can fucking imagine so that I can get drafted out this bitch, bro. I want to go first round fucking all American in this bitch with the aliens come to fucking pick somebody. So like you gotta talk to me to understand me. And Gatsby don't listen to me. He thinks that he already probably knows what the answer is. And it's like, well hell, when you do me like that, bro, then you're just gonna think I'm just like some gangbanging homie with face tats and silver teeth that just does drugs or deals drugs or fucking What, like, you just, all of your biases are gonna stop you from being able to, like, fully fucking interact with me. Either way, man, my phone just hit a percentage to where it's about to start dying, like, super duper fucking fast, like, so fast that I gotta cut it, guys. This video is only like a third of the way through, so maybe we'll finish watching it tomorrow. Salute to y'all guys, man. Rockefeller, bro. We'll see what the future holds, dog. We'll see what the future holds, man. We'll see if Gatsby denounces Toxic Angel. If Gatsby denounce, like, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna start making everything like overtly obvious and like blatant and just putting it out there, bro. Like, if I don't want one of my friends talking to somebody or like one of my peoples, I'm just gonna say it and they can make the decision. Like, fuck what people. Oh, you shouldn't make people decide between communities. Not. I don't care, bitch. If you want to be cool with the Blizzy, bro, then you can't be cool with my enemies, dog. You can't be cool with people trying to ruin my life, bro, because that's weird as fuck, bro. Like, that makes me think you're a spy or something with all the games people play on here. Like, that makes me think that you have dual intentions. So you, Gatsby, seriously, bro. Seriously, before you do come back into the channel, ask yourself which one you want, like, ask yourself if you want to deal with Toxic or if you want to deal with me, bro, because I can't deal with you if you deal with Toxic, bro. Toxic is too much of a danger to my life. With somebody who's set their intentions so clearly to fucking my life up, I have to assume that for the rest of the time I know him, he will be looking for that opportunity. So I'm sure you can, with that being said, I'm sure you can understand what I'm saying. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, bro. It is a choice. It is a choice, bro. Yeah, 100%. And no hard feelings if you choose Toxic. I mean, if you choose, like, and not just Toxic Angel, anybody that has it out for me like that. If you are in cahoots or whatever, bro, with anybody that has it out for me like that, I'm gonna look at you like that. Like, you are who you hang out with, bro. With that being said, my phone is fucking nose diving battery-wise. I love y'all guys, man. I love y'all guys, bro. We still got 5,736,000 days to go on this journey. So let's see how things go, man. Remember, guys, there's your side. There is her side. And there is the blind side. Blindside News. Y'all be good. I'm out of here. Peace.
Welcome to my show where the curtains bring smoke. Spotlights blink cold, telling secrets that I wrote. Heart on a tightrope, mind doing backflips. Every line confessing, dressed up as ad-libs. I juggle my demons, they call it a performance. Trauma in costumes, anxiety's chorus. Tickets will scar you, you pay with attention. I trade you my flaws for a moment of mention. The mic is a mirror and I rap to my face. Trying to recognize me in a digital space. Crown full of gold from my past that I survived. They clap when I bleed, saying damn, he's alive. Bass in my chest like a second heartbeat. I'm a tortured soul, so I torture the beat. The stage is a cage with invisible bars. Can't let my light dim, I'm a shining star. Applause is a drug and it's easy to get addicted. Love the attention but hate how it's scripted. They want me consistent, I'm chaos in shoes. All will be forgiven if I can just stack these views. The void comes to me when it needs to confess. My shadow got followers, I guess I'm a success. All my friends stay scared, text me every day saying I'm great. I say get out my way. Welcome to my show where the hope wears a mask and the bait is a dare, not favor you ask. I shake hands with doubt, we got history deep. He knows all my secrets, I doubt he'll say it peep. My voice is a weapon, but I aim it at myself. Self-sabotage, and I put me on the shelf. Welcome to my show, the lights are too bright. You can't see the tears when I say that I'm alright. I learned how to laugh in emergency rooms. I learned how to dance with impending doom. Dreams try and creep over me at night. They whisper don't quit, then they're gone by the light. I treat every beat like it's the last confession. Pastor is rhythm. rhythm and church is in session. I stand with ambition, repent with regret. No betting on futures that I haven't even seen yet. Mine mostly dead, occasional spikes. I keep finding versions of myself I don't like. I shake hands with strangers inside of my head. They all want control and they all want me dead. But I'm still here, breathing on borrowed time, turning bad luck into borderline rhymes. Welcome to my show, Art from the Ache. Every word was a risk I was scared to take. Broke with big dreams and a cracked phone screen. Now I'm rich in regrets and what I could have been. I used to want fame, now I want peace. Not to be hungry while everyone feasts. I pray to the sky, get voicemail replies. So I leave messages hidden in my lines. My soul needs a nap, my body needs rest. Welcome to the Busy Blind Show, it's the best.